my Savior's breast, Jesus is mine。
Good.
求主耶稣继续赏赐给我们一个安静敬虔的心，奉他。
Ask God to give quiet and peace heart so that we come here and worship.
一方面崇拜，一方面圣经道理中
Worshipping, we are also learning from the words in the Bible.
认识耶
More
稣
and,
基督。
when more deeper and deeper, we'll continue to learn about our one true God.
哎，得到的是什么样的恩典？
Same time, we'll learn what kind of grace we're receiving.
态度，掌握住
Attitude we should have, raise this kind of pressure. And pray together.
非常感谢主，让大家在中午的时候
Thank the Lord. I hope everybody have some good rest during lunchtime.
相信我们在中午的
I know during lunchtime we have some good fellowships going on.
借着这些，都让你在心上温暖的受。
For all these, may the Lord give you some warm experiences in fellowship.
我们今天下午继续来学习约瑟的故事。
And this afternoon, continue the story of Joseph.
今天早上谈到说，当约瑟跟他的哥哥们在埃及那个地方相认的时候，
Morning, we mentioned when Joseph met with his brothers in Egypt.
要问他们说，告诉他们说，不要难过，
Said to his brothers, "Do not be sorry for instead,
神先差遣我，
because God sent me.
差遣我
God sent me come to Egypt first, so then prepare all these."
埃及全家，就是
I was able to save all the people in Egypt and all family.
所以他了解到说，他之所以被他的哥哥卖到埃及，
At the moment, Joseph realized the reason that he was sold and betrayed by his brothers to slave.
他做奴隶在
While he was a slave, he worked hard for the master, and the master is recognized.
把一切都交给他，
Master everything, and
他感谢的在做的，
while he was poor, the wife of the master,
诱惑不成，爱他，
Joseph, said no to her. She come up, set him up, while he was ill.
容易他碰到的探长，
And there he met with the cupbearer and the chief baker, and then he able to them.
告诉这
Told the cupbearer that after you jail, you have to help me get me out of here, because
看一下创
now let's turn to Genesis 40.
23节，
Verse 23.
23节说，九正却不见约瑟，竟忘了他。
Chapter 40, verse 23. The chief cupbearer, however, did not remember Joseph. Not
你
him.
的这一节
Still, after you first,
在干什么？
cupbearer
说列祖，
think that thing more that he forgot.
他忘了
He forgot Joseph was not able to kill.
后来法老做梦的时候，那九正带出来，
While when Pharaoh had his dream, the cupbearer remembered in that time and brought Joseph out to Pharaoh.
到说一件
Something happened and guys you.
件是从旁看，
One is you look at it from man's perspective,
那另外一方面从观看，
and then the other side you can look at it from a macro way to look.
当我们用一个凡人的眼看的时候，
Look at it from a man's perspective, your white is a cupbearer.
但是当我们用观看的时候，
And if you look at it from a point of view, you think, okay,
因为忘了，所以见那个大的恩。
cupbearer forgot, then the greater blessing.
那这些都是约瑟他在后来相认以后，
And Joseph learned all after he met with his brother in Egypt.
人生的一步道路，
Our life, there's many steps to
有时候有一些
easier steps, some are more challenging. man's perspective.
对于一个要将来要得救的人来说，
Someone who will be saved at the end, someone who has believed
他人生中不是
every,
恩，
every step in life journey is a blessing.
因为你就是走向一步，到最后远的爱要。
Because step by step, you will finally enter that eternal rest and enjoy the eternal glory,
这一步的不管
regardless of how easy, how difficult step is.
安排给你，
That will go of the Lord, so then at the end you can Christ.
每一个人都应该要过一个
That is why every single one of us should lead a joyful and satisfied, content life.
因为神安排给我们，
Because everything that's here for us has His good
是我们
after
如
it.
果用男人的
Sometimes if we shallow way to something that happened to us, we might question why is such happened to
来看一下创世纪章，
us. Genesis chapter 7,
创世纪的37章第2节到第4，
verse 2.
雅各的记略如下：约瑟17岁，与他哥哥，他是个他父亲大的儿子，在一处。约瑟将他哥哥报给以色列，就是一个原来爱约瑟过爱他，被约领导他给约100爱他们更约。
For this is account of Jacob. Joseph, a young man of 18, was tending the flocks with his brothers, sons of Bilhah and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And he brought their father a bad report about them. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons because he had been born at age. He made a rich ornamented. When his brothers saw what their father loved him more than any of them, they hated him and did not speak a kind word.
这几节圣经让我们知道说，父亲爱约瑟，
Here in this passage, we that Jacob, the father, loved Joseph more.
那父亲这个特别在难的开始，
And this favoritism of Jacob is actually the beginning of his suffering.
看这个
Father,
他特别爱这个，
he loved his son very
我们
much.
如果算他的年纪，大概是
Bible and the math will know Jacob had Joseph when he was 90.
因为我们知道说雅各
So when Jacob arrived to Egypt, he's about 130.
那个时候约瑟大约是
At that time, Joseph was
该是他，
here. We can learn that Jacob probably had Joseph when he was 90 years old when he was 8.
那雅各拉结
Jacob, all and his two wives, Leah and Rachel, which are sisters, they also have sons with their maids that would both.
那雅各是这个约瑟他是雅拉结爱的这个，
And Joseph was the son of his favorite wife, Rachel,
所以他特别，
but he loved Joseph and others.
但是他很天，
Was also
但给他一件，
made this ornamented robe.
他都穿很平常的衣服，他穿了一个
Everyone was having some very old robe, just a colorful one.
表明了父亲爱，
And it shows Jacob's faith
自然的造成他，
towards his brothers.
他在背后
Something we need to first think what the effect it will bring.
好像雅各他虽然很爱约瑟，
Jacob loves Joseph.
但是他所做
What he did actually harmed
间有很
many of the fathers.
爱自己最好的东西，
Yes, to
但
them.
再给一个安排，
Give something to them or have some
应
for
该要
them.
想一想说，给了他以后造成什么？
First thing, what kind of effect you might bring after we give.
我们知道说，不管怎么样，这个让他
Although we need to remember, it doesn't matter what they did, God allowed it to happen.
人他不会控制，
God would not control someone,
他会让人自己。
let people make that decision.
但
Do
是
it.
人不管怎么，可以从当中让他
Doesn't matter what a man decided to do, God can have a good ending or a bad
这个
ending
跟邪灵
from an evil spirit.
邪灵会控制，让这个人
Spirit will control someone's consciousness, control them to do something
神圣灵。
that's not the
我说神也是这样在控制，
Holy Spirit control like an evil spirit, then Adam will not eat.
人所要的是高贵的东西，
They'll want something even higher.
让这个人在他的在他的苦难选择神，
That someone, when they are suffering in nation, the person is God.
选择神，
Choose God so God can receive glory.
做选择，
Now control man to make a decision.
让人做选择让他的选择
But let the man to make his decision, and by making that decision, bring pain.
但是我们看到说，雅各他为约瑟做，
Here we see Jacob made this colorful robe for Joseph.
神在差遣约，
This is when God is sending,
让他到埃及去。
prepare him step by step to go.
再看第5
5,
到第11，
verse 11.
约瑟做了一梦，告诉他哥哥们，越发恨他。约瑟对他们说：“请在田里下，我的捆起来，站着的捆来围着我下拜。”他的哥哥们回答说：“难道你要做啊？难道你要打我们吗？”他们就为他的梦按他的话越。后来他又做了一梦，告诉他：“看哪，又做了一梦，太阳、月亮、11个星向我下拜。”哥们，他父亲就责他做的这是到看你母要来在地向你下拜吗？
Back to verse 11. Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all. He said to them, "Listen to the dream I had. We were binding sheep grain out of me. Suddenly my sheep rose and stood upright, while your sheep gathered around mine and bowed down to it." His brothers said to him, "Do you intend to reign over us? Would you actually rule us?" And they hated him all the more because of what he has said. Then he had another dream, told it to his brother. "Listen, I had another dream, and this time the sun and 11 stars were bowing down to me." When he told his fathers as well as his brothers, his father rebuked him and said, "What is this dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brother actually come and bow down to the ground before you?" His brothers were jealous of him. His father kept the matter in.
帮
They recorded Joseph had 2 dreams,
那这2个梦当然是神给的，
definitely from God,
因为2个梦内容在预告他将来所发生的事，
because these 2 prophesizing of what will happen in
而且这2个梦把约瑟送到埃及去，
Joseph.
因为这2个梦他的哥哥家的祭，
share the two dreams with his brothers. His brother hated him.
但是我们知道说这两个梦神钥匙，
We also know that these two are actually a key handed to by God,
要解开难的，
answer to all of his suffering.
所以我们知道说神差遣这
Here we see God is sending someone to face his trials.
他同时给钥匙。
Same time, he gave this man a key.
后来当约瑟来到埃及，
Joseph arrives in Egypt,
经历了一大堆的
and when he goes through many of the unfortunate events,
多的委屈，
times.
但是当他的哥哥们来到埃及，
When his brother comes to Egypt to buy food,
他一看是他，
saw them, he recognized they are his brothers.
他马上就想起，
Right away, he remembered his two.
到说这一件才艺，
You know, that one colorful robe and two dreams has sent Joseph to suffer.
但是在还没有去，
Before he actually started his journey, God already gave him the key to.
因为他想起这两个梦，为他了解这一切全部，
As he remembered these two dreams, he know at that moment that all he has been through are by the will of
所以
God.
他能够对他的哥哥那些好的事，
Whatever his brother done to him, he's go.
因为
Because God allowed it to
他知
happen.
道，
Know that.
但是哥哥想要害他，但是是造成这，
Brother's bad intention to send him to Egypt, but God has made it happen.
而神造成这一切，他得到好处。
And then for all these to happen, he will actually benefit.
那神差遣他，让他埃及，
God sent him to,
让他去那里治。
not for him to survive on his own. God actually was with him the whole.
看创世纪39章，
Let's look at Genesis chapter 9.
创世纪39章第2节，
39 verse
约瑟住在他主人埃及人家中，人与他同在。
Verse 2. The Lord was with Joseph and prospered, and he lived in the house of his master.
刚讲到说，玛利人带到埃及，卖做奴，
Here he recorded previously that he was sold by the Ishmaelites and then as a slave to the,
来到了这个利法的家，
and he has come to the house of Potiphar.
在那个地方他做奴隶，人与
And here he was a slave for Potiphar, but then he also recorded that God was with him.
家当然讲说他就，
Say that he prospered.
但是神与他同在，并不表
Or you know that even though God is with someone, doesn't mean that person will be successful.
当然他在那个地方，
Of course, here he recorded that he prospered.
但是神跟他同在，他却被他的，
Then at the same time, when God was with him, he was wronged by his master's wife.
因为有美好的目的，
Better goal at the end.
到说一个神爱神爱的人，他也会像
We learn that even someone that is loved by the Lord, who God is with, can still be like Joseph is so slave to.
让我们了解到说一个人病
And that when someone is not as smooth in his life, someone who still, it does not mean that God is not
而
or
是要
not
在
love them.
他的病痛当中来找出他美好的。
It is for that person to find the wonderful will of the Lord in all his.
有些时候是一时找不到的，
Sometimes it's very hard to find it
那
right
这个时候
away.
就是要去等，
And that is the moment you wait.
就好像
Like in the morning we have read in Psalm 130,
等候神。
waiting for the Lord is not pain.
这里面 话叫
There was a Chinese saying that as a daughter-in-law, eventually one day you'll be mother-in-law.
讲的就是说一个她嫁到婆家，结果带她，
Talking about when a young girl marry into some family, the mother-in-law might not treat her well.
那这个媳妇她就要一直忍。
As a daughter-in-law, you'll have to endure. You have to take it in.
可是这个忍耐有没有？
But is there a hope in endure?
有一天她自己会成为婆婆啊。
And there is, because one day she herself will become the mother-in-law.
所以这样子的忍耐是
This kind of enduring is having some hope at the end.
到说像约瑟，像我们到这种，
Like Joseph, we know sometimes we'll meet up with a challenging and unfortunate.
我们想到你有一天也会变婆婆的
One day will become
啊，所以是
endure through
后神，
waited for the
那
Lord.
神到最后就让你知道说为什么你
In the land that God would let us understand why He made us go through that.
啊，就好像这个约瑟，神跟他同在，
Like Joseph, when God was with him,
但是神跟他同在，为什么？爱他的
God, if God is with him, why is he wronged by his man?
人有更
That is because God has something even better waiting for him.
好，这个主人的妻子陷害他，他先
Master's wife set him up, and he was thrown in jail at the end.
知道说这个主人他不见得，
You know, his master, Potiphar, he might not believe his wife.
我们知道说当时的他是主财产，
Back in the day, slaves are property,
这个主人可以按照他所做，他处死
and as a master, he can just kill his servants. If he
这
will.
个
Sorry, slaves, and his slaves are just his asset.
但是他并我说像约瑟，
However, we see that he did not kill Joseph. If Joseph actually did something like this, he could have just killed him there.
就把他放在监狱。
Decided to throw him in jail.
再看一下39
Now let's turn to continue
39章
39.
21节。
21.
但神与约瑟同在，向他施恩，在
21. The Lord was with him, showed him kindness and granted favor in the eyes of the prince.
看约瑟他被
Was with him.
被这是差遣在，
So every step that he make is with God's sent. So God is with him.
但是神的同在并没有他直接就从带出来，
Doesn't mean that God will just take him out of a prison.
会把他留在里面。
God let him.
神的同在并让这个
When God was with him, God did not let the cupbearer rescue him.
而是被他忘记，
The cupbearer actually forgot.
所以在神被安排的恰当最
It's at the most critical time that God has planned for Joseph that Joseph
我们如果说看我们
will examine what we do in our life.
常常我们也会觉得，在当时
A lot of times we see that we don't understand what happened to us.
你知道你为什么
At that time, do we know why we
说我当时要
honest with you when I came to Canada, I actually don't
但是到现在我知
now, at least I come.
那我不当时
I don't know why at that time you decided to come to Canada.
而你现在知道
Know the meaning
要跟我
of faith.
跟我们
have something to do with our relationship.
在生活里经历的他，
Time to quiet down and self-reflect on everything.
发现说，其实他在跟你
We'll realize that God is with us every way.
在你的逆边跟你
Good times and bad times, the Lord is always there with us. Sharing the best.
到当约瑟被提出来见法老时，
When Joseph was brought to Pharaoh,
那是因为在埃及所没有人知道法老所做的梦到底。
that is because all the magicians and all the wise men in Egypt cannot interpret.
法老也是做了2个，
Pharaoh also had 2 dreams.
他第一个梦是他站在河边，
First dream, he was standing beside the river,
那有很肥壮的母上来，
and then he see that there's 7 fat cows
然
on
后
the
接着他又
river,
看到有7只非常瘦弱的牛也上来了，
and he see 7
瘦的那些母牛，
ugly and gaunt cows and ate the fat cows.
梦完了以后，法老又做了一个梦，
And after this dream, the Pharaoh had another dream.
他梦到一颗麦子，
Remember, there a dream of a grain.
那上面7个美美的被子，
He have a single stalk, and there's grains on it.
然后他又
7
看
good
到有
ones.
被子是干瘪，
After the 7 healthy and good grains, there's 7 7 thin and scorched ones.
那这些干瘪的被子竟那些肥美的掉了，
And then the thin grain ate the 7 healthy and good grains. None of the magicians and wise men.
酒正才突然想起监狱里，
That's the moment the cupbearer remembered Joseph who was in jail.
那约瑟带出来，
They brought Joseph.
刮胡子
So,
要帮他
well, Joseph was shaved and he changed his clothes.
带到。
And then people brought him before
对法
Pharaoh.
老来说，这是一个希伯来人，希伯来人他们是瞧不起，
For Pharaoh, Joseph is a Hebrew and is one who shepherd, and then Egyptians they despise the shepherd.
那这个年轻人还是刚刚才带出来的，
And then this young man was brought out from the jail.
但是法老听得出来他
But then the Pharaoh can hear the words of the Lord. And
他有聪明，
Joseph was wise. He was
他愿意将法老他愿意将埃及的一切交在这个人的手。
that's why Pharaoh is willing to let Joseph come
看一下创世纪章
to Genesis.
从
1,
到
41 to 45. 40.
可以掌管我的家，我的民都必听从你的话，唯独在宝座上我不大。法老又对约瑟说：“我派你埃及去。”法老就摘下手上打印的戒指，戴在约瑟的手上，给他穿上细麻衣，剑戴在他的颈项上，又叫约瑟做他的副车，各道的在前，要说跪下，这样法老派他治理埃及全。法老对约瑟说：“我是法老，在埃及全，若没有你的擅自办事。”法老赐名他约瑟叫巴纳特巴内亚，又将安城的他的纳给他。
45. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit orders. With respect to the throne, will I be grateful to you? So Pharaoh said to Joseph, I hereby put you in charge of the whole land of Egypt. Pharaoh took his signet ring from his finger and put it on Joseph. Dressed him in robes of fine linen and put a gold chain around his neck. He had him ride in a chariot as his hand, and men shouted before him, "Make way," put him in charge of the whole. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "I'm Pharaoh, but without your word, no one will lift hand or foot in order." Pharaoh gave Joseph the name Sephnath-Paneah and gave him Athna's daughter Pharaoh, priest of On, to be his wife. And Joseph went throughout the land.
帮我们法老他愿意把所知道最好的东西
Here in verse 40, we can see Pharaoh is willing to give what's best that he's able to give to the man.
他是一个世界上的人，
He's worldly man.
所以他能给的东西上最好的。
Because of Pharaoh, what he can give to Joseph is best of.
也讲到他给
Here in verse 40, it described that he has given Joseph power.
可以管我的家，我的百姓都要听从
Charge of my family, all my people will listen.
啊。然后第2节、3节这里，法老就摘下手上打印
Verse 42, the Lord Pharaoh took his ring.
到说，当亚哈随鲁到说莫迪改
We know Persia when
他就是哈曼要害这些犹太人。
when Haman was about to persecute the Jews,
那后来这个
king knows of this.
他同样的把这个戒指
He took his ring off his finger and gave it to Mordecai.
那莫迪改他就写下御书，用这个盖印，
Mordecai has drafted the decree and then has stamped with the ring.
所有境内的所有
After the seal with the signet ring, everyone in the land needs to.
帮法老同样的摘下手上打印的戒指，戴在
And here it reported the Pharaoh took his signet ring from his finger and put it on Joseph,
那给他穿上细麻衣，
gave him fine linen robes.
这个细麻衣
That the finest clothing they.
当时莫迪改同样的亚哈随鲁
Similarly, the king also gave Mordecai
把
a
金
robe of
链
fine
戴在
linen,
他的颈项上，
gave him a gold chain around.
到说这个巴比伦
The king of Babylonia, Belshazzar,
在宴乐当中突然看到有手
having a feast, they all of a sudden they see a finger writing words.
他提出的奖赏，他可以戴金链，
A set of rewards for anyone who is able to interpret what's written on the wall. He will give them a fine purple robe,
要让他在国中
and then this person will be third person in command in his land.
所以法老在这个地方给他的是一个
Here we can see what Pharaoh gave Joseph is power and authority
还有名位，
and status.
法老就约瑟
45, he gave Joseph a new name.
叫做巴纳特巴内亚。
He named him Sephnath-Paneah.
约瑟，你
Basically saying do not use the name Joseph anymore because that's a Egyptians despise and
给你一个埃及名，
now I'll give you Egyptian.
让你做埃及人。
I'll let you become an Egyptian.
巴纳特巴内亚，太能够了解他的，
Don't know what Sephnath-Paneah means.
但是这个名字带来那来的人，
We know that this name probably have something to do with a person that's able to build a
所以法老让约瑟能到最好的，
passage we see Pharaoh is giving what he can best to
安城。
give him the daughter.
看法老要约瑟放弃他原来的，
Here we see Pharaoh wants Joseph to forget
好好的做尊贵的埃及，
very well respected.
法老，我能给你的好的好，好的好，
I'll give you what I can, the best that I can.
安心在这个下来。
I just need you to stay in this place and rule my land.
我们看到这么好的，
It's such a good offer. Very hard for a man to
我们不要以为说约瑟大他
shouldn't think that Joseph is a man of great faith that he's able to offer.
还是
You can see that he has struggled,
他后来就跟
had children with his wife.
看一下51，
Verse 15.
约瑟给长子叫马拿西忘了的，因为他说神忘了按我
51, Joseph named his firstborn Manasseh and said, "It is God has made me forget all my trouble and all my father's household."
12节，他给次子叫以法，
To the second son he named Ephraim and said, "It is God has made and
看到说约瑟大儿子
here he named his first son Manasseh, meaning
让我忘掉这一切，
God has let him forget all his trouble,
忘掉
forget all his father's household.
在我在，
Now he has prospered,
所以他已经他的过去
things that he needs to forget past,
忘记
forget his father's household, the father's household.
家就是跟神有关系的，
That is the household that has something with God.
神跟
God has made a covenant with his father.
要
They will be God. Here he's thinking to forget about that household.
的心里
This is in struggle and it's very difficult
他从那个苦难当中被，
because he has now delivered from trials,
所以他现在
ready to forget about his past, and
不要忘记的，
what he needs to forget is his father's household.
家是跟
Household is everything to do with God.
他就把这个要忘记，
But he named his son forget.
每天在叫那个儿子忘记，
Every time he can call his son is reminding himself to forget.
在提醒自己
It is a reminder to him.
要忘了。
Remind himself not to forget.
所以一方面我们，
Here we see that he has struggled.
但是另外一方面，记，
He also tried to remind himself not to forget.
所以他在这样子的
Struggling daily, one day finally his brothers came,
他就一切都明白，
and that's the moment he understood.
他
He realized what had happened. Loud.
他知道说，
Because he now understands it's all God's goodwill and planning.
那个时候他已经，
And at that time he was
他决定要把他的爸爸
has made a decision to bring his father to.
早上有提到说，他爸爸来到埃及，
Morning we mentioned when Jacob arrived to Egypt, he was about 130.
17年让约瑟再一次爸爸相，
17 years for Joseph, his father.
在这17年当中，雅各留给约，
And then in 17 years, Jacob had left for and Joseph concept.
再看一下创世纪8章，
Genesis
当约瑟带着2个儿子做他父亲，
The passage that records when Joseph brought his 2 sons and Jacob for blessing.
那雅各说：“你这2个儿子拿去衣服，要跟你的哥哥们一样，都要来做我的儿子了。”
Jacob told Joseph that both of your sons will be like your brothers, they will become my sons.
21节
21.
，8章的21节，
Chapter 48, verse
这列就是雅各又对约瑟说：“我要死了，但神必带领你们到你们列祖。”
Verse 21, then Israel said to Joseph, I'm about to die, but God will be with you and take you back to the land of your fathers.
再告诉约
Jacob here is telling Joseph
说：“神一定会跟你们同在。
that the Lord will be with you.
那神的同在，包括就是要把你们领回你们列祖之地。”
When God is with you, one day he will take you back to the land of your fathers.
我们知道约瑟这个埃及可以做法老一样最权势的，
You know, Joseph at this time is probably the most powerful man other than the Pharaoh in the
他
land of
在那个
Egypt.
地方享受的
There he has had all the good things Egypt offered.
他的这些哥哥们，他们的家族在埃及家立业啊，
His brothers and their sons had already have families in the land of Egypt.
但是雅各在告诉约
What Jacob's telling Joseph is this is not your home.
神会跟你们同在，
God will be with you,
会把你们带回该回去的地方，
bring you to your father's
那是列祖之地。
land of your fathers.
所以后来约瑟他要离
So before Joseph departs the world,
创世纪结束在约瑟向以色列话，
the book of Genesis ends with what Joseph said to the people of Israel.
看50章
Chapter
第24，
24.
约瑟对他弟兄们说：“我要死，但是看顾你们，领你们上去，到他启示阿罕。”约瑟叫以色列人起，说：“神看顾你，要把我的骸骨搬上去。”
Verse 24 and 25. Then Joseph said to his brothers, I'm about to die, but God will surely come to your aid and take you up out of the land he promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Joseph made the sons of Israel swear an oath and said, God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up from this.
看神对约瑟差遣到埃及去，
See that God has sent Joseph.
在他在那
He has been through many tribulations in the land,
那后来他被提
was raised to be the land of.
那我们常常觉得差遣旧的埃及权
Often think the goal of God's will is for him to come to the country and become the prime minister, to save his family.
其实神真正的差遣让约看到说埃及算什么？
God's true calling for Joseph is for him to realize what Egypt can offer is nothing.
看到神把这埃及的在约瑟的手
That God's placed all the riches of Egypt in hand.
让约瑟
Joseph decided to let it because he knows that those things are vanity.
对约瑟来讲，他再生的时候
Joseph, when he was living, he needed to rule.
没有办法离开，
He cannot leave.
但他死后他的骸骨一定要离开，
But then after he died, his bones must leave.
所以他叫以色列民起誓，
So he told the people of Israel to swear
我死了以后，我的骸骨要回到列祖。
that after he died, they need to carry his bones up from
看26节，
26.
约瑟死了，正110岁，人用香料将他熏了，把他收敛在棺材里，在埃及。
26. So Joseph died at the age of 110, and after they embalmed him, he was placed in a coffin.
看这个创世纪在约瑟的，
And then we can see the book of Genesis ends with a coffin.
他没有葬在埃及，
He was not buried in
Ah.
Egypt.
在那里
they have placed him in a coffin
停了多久？
many years,
差不多390。
about 390 years.
所以我们看圣经对约瑟的骸骨，
The Bible has very clear recordings of the whereabouts of Joseph.
看出埃及记3章，
Exodus
出埃及记3章，
chapter
我们知道说，这以色列民他们在埃及中30年，
the people of Israel was in the land of Egypt for 430 years.
那雅各来到埃及的时候，
Jacob arrived in Egypt. Joseph was
那约瑟活
alive until 10 years.
130，
160 years. Joseph's bones was
要哈，360，他的棺空的。
often has placed at a place for 3 years.
你
You
看
can
出
go
埃及
anywhere.
记3章
Let's turn to Exodus
第
13,
19节，
verse 19.
摩西把约瑟的骸骨带去，要以色列对他们说：“神要把我的这里带上去。”
19. Moses took the bones of Joseph with him because Joseph had made the sons of Israel swear an oath. He has said, God will surely come to your aid, and you must carry my bones up with you from this.
那后来带走约瑟的骸骨，经过旷野时，
Because Moses brought the bones with him, so Joseph's bones was in the
到约书亚记
till the end of the book of Joshua.
看一下约书亚章
Listen to Joshua chapter
32节，
32.
这人从埃及所带来约瑟的骸葬埋在示剑，在各从前在营向示剑的父亲。
Joshua chapter 4, verse 32. And Joseph's bones, which the Israelites had brought up from Egypt, were buried at Shechem in the tract of land that Jacob brought for 100 pieces of silver from the sons of Hamor, father of Shechem. This has became the inheritance of
看圣经对约瑟的骸骨认证，
the Bible has treated them bones with attitude. Really recorded where it has been,
到最后是放在哪里？
where it was.
那我们今天信
We have been the Lord and become God's people after we believed and baptized.
在主耶稣里面，在灵里，在天上已经，
That in spirit in heaven we have already our inheritance.
那是一个
It is an inheritance that belongs to us.
是
But He promised to give.
天我们离开这个世，
One day when we are from this world, we will go to this that God has prepared.
看以弗所章，
Ephesians chapter 1,
所书第1章的3节开始，在讲到说，神在创世以，他在灵里，耶稣基督里面的恩典，
starting chapter 1, starting from verse 3, it talks about before creating the world, God has already selected us and give us our inheritance.
知道说神他是有，
God is in.
他并没有在时间里面造，
He is not within time because time is created by Him.
那在他的永恒中，他有他，
Eternity, He has chosen.
这个人要得，那个人要得，在灵里面，在永恒中，神
And in His everlasting, He has made His decision that that person chose to stay.
然后神创
And God,
时间开始，
time starts.
这些人他到
Saved people, they they travel in this road, they pass and they go back to God.
所以这个叫做灵里的这个教会。
True church in spirit.
我们今天真教会都在这个里，
That we believe in church, we are all in this true church in
但是必须要留到最后，
need to endure
要做成得救的功夫，
work of salvation.
到最后你才能知道说在那里面。
At the end, we will know if we
那以弗所书的第一章从第3节在灵里到什么样？
in chapter 1 verse 3 it talks about what kind of blessing we
借着耶稣基督儿子的名分，
the name of his Christ, his own son,
借爱子的救赎。
is a redemption through blood.
我们看第10，要照所安排在日期天上地上一切所有的，在基，我们也在他里面得业，万事照着他。
And 11 to be put into effect when the time will have reached their fulfillment, all things in heaven and on earth together under one head, even Christ. In him we were also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything in conformity with the
这个地方讲到说，我们受洗在他里面，在灵里面，我们业了。
Verse 11, he talks about when we were chosen, spirit we already have our inheritance.
那个得的基业得他的基，
Another early manuscript talks about that we are his.
在天上我们，
Heaven we are the inheritance.
那14说这圣灵是我们得，
He talks about the Holy Spirit is a deposit guaranteeing our inheritance.
我们得到圣灵，确信在天上在等着我。
When we have the Holy Spirit, it is a guarantee to us that we know in heaven there is inheritance with
那
us.
这个是要等到到神被赎，
Verse 14 talks about until the redemption of those who are God's possession.
也可以说是神的基业得赎，说回到那个在灵里，
Also talking about one day when we return to the inheritance,
或者是说我们到时候要去那一块。
or when we at the end when we go and redeem our.
我们知道说约瑟
We know Joseph looked seriously.
他要他的骸骨要回到列。
He has made the people swear an oath that his bones will return to his father's
我们
place.
今天
Today we need not to let have it.
但是你就
We need to hold on to it.
得赎，
And until the day of redemption becomes our possession.
那我们也
Or when we know it's our time to take our inheritance promised to us. Promised.
要对业主之。
Like Joseph to them, the fathers.
我们知道说约瑟他在信息上最效法的看，
Shows in his whole life one thing that is very important for us to learn from.
看希伯来书的10章，
Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11.
当这个地方来的有些古圣徒，他们在信息上对平凡的表现，
Chapter 11 of Hebrew, it has recorded the whole faith of all the old ancient
看一下希伯来书的10章
book of Hebrews 11,
22节，
22.
约瑟因着信临到以色列族将来要出埃及，
22. By faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the exodus of Israelites from Egypt and gave instruction about the boat.
当这里一个古在信息上有什么？
Chapter 11, it lists one by one what the deeds faithful deeds of the angels.
来到约瑟的时候，
Talk about Joseph. Now talk about how he has said no to the master's wife.
并没有他赦免了
Talk about how he has forgiven the sins of his brothers.
他，特别到说列祖整要离开埃及，
Thing that he mentioned here is that when he about to die, he talks about the exodus of Israel.
他叫以色列起誓，
And then he made them swear an oath.
把我的孩子带回列祖之地，
His bones back to where his father's place.
也是我们信最重要的地方。
This is also the thing about our faith.
今天我们都在恩典，
Here we are in grace.
但是我们要站在这个恩典到得赎的，
Remain, stay strong in this grace until the day of redemption.
所以要我们耐到底，
Our salvation requires us to endure till the end.
战战兢兢，
But we need to be cautious and complete the work,
到最后才
and we can actually
唱诗125。
125.
Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. 说，我们祷告的时候要特别为我们自己
Our prayer ways save our own life.
要往这个得
We are destined to be saved. We are taking every step to go to that end goal.
那我们这个像
Now lost our sense of perfection. Like Joseph
埃及360
lingered in Egypt for
到
350
回到
years.
列祖，
But then in the end, he's able to Father's place.
那这个实际上是我
God has sent us in,
到最后
but in the end, we'll return to.
看顾我，在信仰上
Pray and ask the Lord to help us that our faith upward.
好，
Mention to pray for the pension. Pray for the brother and sister who are not feeling well, sister and sister Sarah from Vancouver.
谢主哈，我们操作哈，个人到报告。
Lord, now please someone else from the
奉主耶稣圣名字，
praise the church for some
第一件事情呢是下周星期六下午2点大会。
item is that next Saturday in 2:45 p.m. in the afternoon we have a
的议题主要是捐助7万块给温教会盖会堂。
also to be discussed is to offer Vancouver Church $700 church.
温哥华教会花400万买了建成的教堂。
Church of Vancouver, they have spent $4 million to bought a property.
他目前的存款有130万，
And as of now, their savings is about $1.3 million.
银行的贷款大概会有150万，
They probably can get about $1.5 million from a mortgage.
所以他们需要120到130万左右。
Now they are still lacking $1.3 million in cash.
那这样各地教会都开始动，帮他们来完成到年初这个的购买会堂的计划。
Churches has already put in action on helping them make this happen before next year.
所以呢，我们也让弟兄姐妹呢，你可以做一些相应的奉献。
Why we encourage a brother and sister to offer and
可以写支票写到温哥华教会，
write checks to Vancouver.
在那个 memo 那一栏写，
Memo by Vancouver.
可以在信封上用现金的话写上你们的名。
Put it on the envelope with your name and is intended for church.
那如果下一周你们没办法参加临时大会，在接待桌上面，
You're unable to attend GM on our usher stack have been provided a proxy for.
那注意，一位弟兄只代表2个人。
So be mindful that one person can proxy.
接下来是下周7号，我们下午在1点30分在会谈的翻译人员会。
Monday, November 7th, and we have a translator workshop in.
然后呢，在有参加这方面翻译的工作或者
Participating in this holy work, or if you're interested in helping out in this work, we strongly encourage.
还有就是我们2月份有一个会，
December we'll have our annual spiritual convocation.
现在是报名的，
Today is the last day to
相信收集报名表，如果还没有交的学家长，
sure the teachers probably have most of the forms that not please have them ready.
还有一项就是下一周星期3在祷告的会，
Item is that Wednesday is the item we've been for a long time, the hearing with committee of.
那听证会的目的呢，主要是要请这个政委员会在车位上面有一些小小的差额，
And the purpose of this hearing is for the committee to approve our adjustment on our parking space plan.
在市政府方面呢，他们给在那有不一样。
And so their advice was is that they do not oppose to our plan.
所以对我们消息，
For us, is a
当然我们在听证到积极方面的反应的话呢，我们
course, if we have approval in the hearing, they'll have a.
还是请
But we ask everyone to come.
再下来就是大家都知道，今天下的卫生间已经暂时不能使用，
Now in the lunchtime, our washroom.
但是高等地区呢，利用下午的时间，
As during service time, we have to find someone who is going to help us to fix it. And now
有的姐妹在上面
some helped out in cleaning.
但是你们要小心，
Careful.
在这里呢，特别来跟大家说一下，不要把擦手的纸丢到马桶。
I would like to just remind everyone once again not throw towels in.
只能用方院的纸。
Only the toilet paper washed down.
如果有这些现象的话，一定要盖掉。
And if it's stuck again, please notify us right away. Have a sign.
因为这种马桶不能
We have noticed that these kind of incidents happen about 2 or 3.
大家尽量注意。
Mindful.
还有下一周的读经，
Bible reading schedule for next Job chapter 5 to 11. In a group, case group,
课班查
and then all Bible study